All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Handlebars and Cigars, where we talk about everything motorcycle, Harley Davidson in particular, and we talk about everything cigars. So today, we're going to focus a little bit on the motorcycle side today. As some of you may know, I do have a 2020 Road Glide, and I want to talk about Harley Davidson in particular and what's going on with Harley Davidson, and what do I think is going to be the organization moving forward, from my point of view, of course. So before we even get started, guys, gals, thanks again for joining us. If you like this content, please go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button so you can be notified every time I drop new video and content. So as you know, this time of year, you get a lot of rumors swirling around on what the Bar and Shield is going to be doing moving forward in terms of their new product line coming out in 2023. And the rumors start flying. So some of the things that I kind of came across and wanted to talk about is that apparently they are going to be reducing their product line by removing a few of their motorcycles out of their inventory. Starting with the Sportster. I believe the Sportster 883 and the Sportster Iron. Well, to me, that was kind of low hanging fruit anyway. We kind of halfway knew that was going to be inevitable. For the simple fact is that I believe Harley Davidson already started to do that in Europe. And the main reason behind that is because of the higher emission standards, which kind of prevented the Sportster, and the Sportster became victim of that because of the platform that the Sportsters operate on, which is the Evo engine. They wasn't going to be able to comply with the new emission standards. So, like I said, that was low hanging fruit. We knew that was coming. It's all a matter of when, so to speak. But now I'm hearing some rumors that's kind of concerning me a little bit in regards to the entry level baggers, starting with the Road King Classic or the Road King Standard, which is on an M8 motor platform, but it's a 107. And not sure if that's been confirmed, but I've been hearing some rumors about that, so I wanted to talk about that as well, kind of get you guys' thoughts too. I mean, what do y'all think about Harley Davidson potentially going into the touring bagger entry level market and starting to remove some of the products out of that line, i.e. the Road King, and I believe the Electric Glide too as well. What are they doing? That's my question. And how this is going to work, and how is that going to affect or impact me or you, the consumer? So let's talk about that for a second. So if they went ahead and eliminated the uh, base models of the touring line, what are they going to replace it with? Some people are saying that they're going to move the special down to the entry level, which that means the entry level have a 114 in it. I know if the ST will replace the special lineup with the 117, and the CVO will probably have another higher displacement motor put into it. That's all fair and good, but what happens to the people that's trying to get introduced to the touring model and just wanted to start off with with the base model? Um, the base model, the MSRP for a, I don't know, Road Glide standard, um, compared to a Road Glide special, I mean, you're talking anywhere between 6, 8, maybe $10,000 difference. So are they going to adjust the price by doing that? I don't think so. I don't think they operate that way. I don't know. I don't know what the end game here is. because it's a little concerning to me, and hopefully it's concerning to you. Are they trying to weed out people and maybe divert them to their certified pre-owned inventory now by possibly getting away with the touring-based models? I don't know. That's definitely something to think about. Um, and like I said, it definitely concerns me. Um, Another thing that kind of concerns me along those lines is that the fact that, um, and you could put it on whoever or wherever, the economy, what's going on in the economy, but I noticed that Harley Davidson has always had this tag added onto them that their motorcycles are a little bit expensive. Um, so that kind of adds on to it if they get away from the base model and subsequently bring down the special to the base. Because I already know they're not going to hit MSRP at the base model where it is now, especially dealing with a larger engine. So how they're going to deliver this is definitely something that it's going to be. I'm very curious to see, curious to find out how this is going to be delivered. Um, like I said, now what's going on? You got some, dealerships right now is really taking advantage of what's going on in the market, and what I mean by that is that they know these motorcycles are probably a little bit more challenging to have and find. Um, so they are marking up a lot of these bikes too as well, based on that. I'm not saying that's the sole basis of why they're doing that, but they are marking, these motorcycles up. I have yet to find, and I probably will never find, an actual motorcycle that is being sold at MSRP prices. And I know that, and I understand that. But the thing I don't understand is that why are we trying to take advantage of everything in regards to that and tack on another four, five, $6,000 markup because the product might be quote unquote hard to find or hard to get into the store, or basically being sold to the highest bidder. They're going to have to do a better job in reeling that in too as well. That's just my opinion. And, based on that, I mean, how are they going to do something like that? And one of the things that kind of came to mind with me is that it might be a time for Harley to kind of change their business model moving forward. I really think that it might be that time for them to do that. Hold on to that thought. I'll let you mill over that, and I'm going to do a deep dive on that here in a couple of seconds. Okay. All right, we're back. Before we left off, I said something that maybe Harley Davidson probably needs to look into. I guess reorging or changing up or revamping their business model, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that from my perspective. Again, a lot of this to do with cost that's going on with these motorcycles, and the way things are starting to shape up now is that they are, if in fact they step down their special lines and make those the standard, so to speak, obviously that's going to affect their bottom line in terms of them adding on additional costs, which you, the consumer, is going to either you're going to, swallow it and take, move forward with that on your first purchase or your second or third, whatever purchase it may be, or they might divert you over to their certified inventory um, for your purchase. So, like I said, something to think about. One of the things that I was throwing around up in my head, and guys and gals, please chime in and see if I'm making any traction with this or not. but I believe they may have already started something like this anyway, is that taking the business model that some of these auto manufacturers are starting to do to kind of prevent the, I won't say prevent, but yeah, I would say to a degree prevent some of the dealerships and tacking on some of these large markups, which in turns would discourage the customer from purchasing your product and could subsequently turn that customer away to another manufacturer. Is that ordering online or ordering your motorcycle? I believe Harley already started that with their Icon series. I guess it's a limited run or limited production on certain bikes that you can order. Uh, but if you fail to order and if it hits the showroom floor, you can pretty much guarantee that that price is not going to be the MSRP. So I think they're probably doing a little litmus test on that to see how that comes along, and maybe they'll start to broaden their scope on that. Um, and if that does happen, it can help reduce some of the supply chain issues, and also can help give a better control on of inventory. You know, a lot of the dealerships won't have a lot of dead inventory floor space because everything will be pretty much made to order, so to speak. Yes, there's some pros and cons with that. You know, obviously, when you want to go out and buy a motorcycle, you definitely want to purchase a motorcycle and pick it up right then and there. But there are some manufacturers that's doing pretty well under that in that space and utilizing that model. Um, you know, the Tesla for one, and definitely Ford has adopted that particular model for their EV platform. And the reason why the CEO of Ford has done something like that is because he was very, uh, I guess, displeased with the amount of markups that some of these dealerships was doing on some of their products, and which is ridiculous. And so that's just something to think about. Like I said, it was something I was just milling around in my head. I don't have a crystal ball or anything like that. But tell me what you think and see if this if it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. Again, I know it's going to piss off a lot of people, especially some of the older cats like myself that's used to doing business a certain way. But you know, here again, you know, we have to evolve. It's you know, it's part of life. If you don't evolve, I mean, you're gonna fall behind. And you know, if they would like to remain at the top of the food chain, they will have to have that ability to evolve, which is something that all great companies and all big companies and all successful companies do. So tell me what you think about that. I'd love to hear from you. One last nugget, I think, before we go is that, and which is going into the evolution of the company, is that you know, they are starting to put, you know, bigger EPA restrictions on these combustion engines. So not sure what that means moving forward for, you know, the bar and shield. I'm thinking it might be more downsizing their product line and trying to introduce more of a EV vehicles, but we'll see. You know, that could definitely be a conversation for another day. So I just wanted to kind of, you know, run that past you guys to see what are your thoughts. I'm very interested in hearing about what you guys think. So if you know, if you don't mind, leave a comment on there. Again, thanks for joining. I want to thank everybody for taking time out for joining me here. And again, please like, share, and comment. And as always, I want everybody out there to be happy, to be healthy, to be safe. But more importantly, I want you guys, I want y'all to be easy. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.